Hello, Pisces. Thank you and welcome to Tarot Readings by Roxby. I am going to do your angel advice oracle card messages for the week of September 18th through the 24th. So every month it's going to run Sunday to Monday. And, I needed to make a few changes to my work schedule. But before I get into that, let me just, say hi to my new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. I absolutely appreciate it. I love doing this for you guys with the morning oracle cards, the monthly love readings, the monthly readings, and the private readings. It's been amazing in the 9 weeks that I've been on YouTube. I'm loving every minute of it, really. Let me mention real quickly about subscribing, because there are a few of you that tried to comment on the news that I told you guys about, me going to be a certified angel tarot reader. And, there was a lot of comments there, and I appreciate it. I deeply do. But unfortunately, I could not comment back to you. When you subscribe to a channel, not just my channel, but really any channel on YouTube, not only do you hit the red subscribe, but there's a pop-up box at the bottom that comes up, and you do need to click on turn on notifications. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it is a second step. And that way I will be able to communicate back with you. I really do try to answer and relate in some way to everybody's comment. So I just wanted to mention that. So I had to make a few, changes with my work schedule and everything, so I could, get the monthlies, get all of the readings up when I say that I'm going to get them up. This month with the monthlies got, really messed up, but that's not going to happen anymore. The monthlies is going to come out the first of every month starting October 1st. The love monthlies, they are out already for September. I'm just sorry. I just want to brighten this up a little bit. It's just driving me crazy. They are already out, but they are going to come out from now on the 15th. And, the weeklies will continue to run Sunday to Sunday. I'm so sorry, guys. I messed with this before I even started the video. Okay, much better. Okay. So, and the reason, that I'm doing this too is because, for me personally, I don't want anyone to take any offense to this, any other readers, I don't really know what any other reader does, but, for me, let's take the morning oracle card messages, for example. I cannot do, the morning oracle cards the day before. I don't pre-record anything, is what I'm getting at. And, example, like I was just saying with the morning oracle cards, for me personally, I can't do them the day before because the energy is the same every day. The same goes with the weeklies, the monthlies. It's got to be within, that week time frame, or, at least with the weeklies, at least a day or 2 at the most, time frame for the energy to be there for me. And it works for me. Um, that's why I just need to, when it's let give you guys a heads up on the change with the, really just the monthlies are really the only thing that were an issue this month, and I do apologize, but I have it, my work schedule, I do have a house cleaning service too. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I don't really do this all the time for a living, and I honestly did not expect the overwhelming response from YouTube with the private readings. It's been amazing, but I have to put, I had to figure out a way with my work schedule and, my private readings to where I have, one full day for my private readings. Okay, so, with all that being said, and I apologize if that was a lot, the Emperor, typically Aries. I'm so sorry. I am using Doreen Virtue, Bradley Valentine's, Angel Tarot, and the Fairy Tarot. Doreen Virtue's messages from your angels, messages from the fairies, the dolphins, and the mermaids. And also a foundation card, weekly chakra wisdom card. Just a foundation card, something to focus on for the week. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so Aries, the Emperor. So, definitely a powerful individual. I mean, gender doesn't typically matter in my readings, especially with the general. Private, yes, but, I mean, the Emperor's just like the Empress. It is a man and it is a woman, okay? Even in my generals. So, with this card, in this deck, for some of you, this could be a new partner. And some of you could be making wise choices. The Emperor is usually security, government agencies, law enforcement, the respect of others, fatherhood. Some of you, it's important to cultivate logic and discipline and order right now. This card does signify that, your dreams are valid, they're sound. But, some of you could still need some guidance and organization so that they can manifest properly. Create a detailed plan for yourself. You'll proceed and maintain, kind but authoritative control over how that plan is implemented. Definitely, this week feel empowered to take a leadership role in your career, in any projects that you're working on. Be positive. I'm so sorry, excuse me. I have done a lot of readings the past 2 days. I don't think I ever realized how hoarse and dry your voice could actually get. You know, fours do, for me, do represent structure, you know, security, stability, you know, some stagnation too, organization. You know, it is a major arcana card. But, you know, I want you guys to let me know how that lighting looks, please. I feel like it could be brighter. This card did fly literally right out of the deck for you. I'm going to show it to you real quick in case some of you are familiar with it, but it is a card of victory. You know, for some of you, you know, keep in mind, you know, Doreen Virtue's angel, all of her cards are light-hearted. Her oracle cards are definitely, you know, spiritually based, but very powerful cards, really. You know, right down to the mermaids and the dolphins. I mean, I've had these ones, well, and this one. I did just get the fairy ones, you know, for a long time, and I've had them a while, and they are really powerful. But, you know, this person still, even though it's different meanings with her and it's lightheartedness, it's still, the Emperor still for me represents, you know, some of you really could be with a controlling partner. You know, someone who's just controlling in your life. Three of Cups. So, news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, births, friends that you cherish. Yeah, the Three of Cups is all about, you know, a party, celebrations, gatherings, hanging out with your friends. You know, this card in this deck is, you know, joyful news. You know, experiencing gratitude. In all honesty, though, really with this deck, it signifies being pregnant, giving birth. Some of you could be, you know, getting married, making your wedding plans this week. You know, to this Emperor. Or the Emperor is trying to decide between three people. I'm just saying. Just saying. It's possible. I don't see any choice. I don't see any cards here yet about choices, but I mean, definitely there's victory, and if that's what's going on for some of you. But, oh, so sorry. But typically a water element, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You know, it's a card of experiencing gratitude. You know, you're just thankful. You know, it's a Three of Cups. Party, celebrations, just having fun in this deck. Marriage, pregnancy. with the Emperor here. It's possible, probably for one of you. Maybe a few of you. I have a lot more followers every day. And I love it. You know, I do free contests on my Facebook. Periodically, I just did one a couple days ago when I got my news about, becoming an angel tarot reader certified. I mean, I was like on cloud 9 that day. And it's never more than 20 people. The first 20 people to share my page, threw them in a bag, did the reading the next day. And her reading is posted on YouTube. It says Facebook winner. And you should really look at that reading. So really, and she commented on my Facebook how amazingly accurate it was, spot on. She had to have had one of the most amazing readings I think I've seen in years. It's amazing reading. 2 star cards and 2 ace of swords. Amazing. Okay, anyway. I don't know why I started telling you about that. Oh, I mean, because, if you're not in on my Facebook, I'm going to run a contest every month. But occasionally, I will just put up a status, just like I did a couple days ago. First 20 people to share my page, it's thrown in a bag, I'll pick the winner. Ready, set, go. Bam, that fast. Okay. Omega, victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So with this card, you've chosen to follow your divine guidance. The universe is flowing in natural rhyme with your decisions. When you listen to some of you could be deciding between 3 people, but have finally reached a decision. Your heart, this angel whispered into your heart, and now you are where you're supposed to be, or going to be where you're supposed to be. Whatever the situation is, there's pure victory in it. Whatever it is. For me, a horse is a powerful animal. I always thought so when I was little, growing up. So there's power. There's power this week for you too. And a horse is a powerful animal. And you're forging ahead this week toward really, you're forging ahead this week. You're looking towards the victory and celebrating it. Making those choices. And there's power behind it. I feel like it's a powerful week for you. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. I'm telling you, Spirit is amazing. You got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. Really. I feel this strongly. Like, you have definitely got the power this week to be victorious and win. And whatever this is, whether it is a decision, whether it is a decision in a relationship, a job, moving on, you can do it. You know, you're more powerful, you know, than you even realize. You know, if you've been feeling victimized lately, you know, this card, the fairies, God, your angels, they want you to know that regardless of whatever it is, your size, your age, your education, you have incredible personal power. And really, be confident, be positive, pray. You know, think about fairies and how tiny they are. But yet, these little beings, they channel the force of God in the universe. You know, they can help you resolve an issue. Really, all you have to do is believe. You know, definitely let go of blame this week. Focus upon solutions. Follow your inner guidance to resolve any situation. Whatever it is for you this week, I do feel like it could be, you know, for a lot of you, a card of choices. For a lot of Pisces, it could be a card of choices. And decisions and watch your thoughts. It is important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Okay. So with this card, and I think about for a second. With this card, you know, you are definitely altered to the next importance of monitoring your thoughts. You know, you have no neutral thoughts, and every one of them, you know, creates an effect in your life. You know, with this card, you are being asked to be vigilant in holding only positive thoughts. You know, and it's so natural. Believe me. Sometimes I still do it. To slip into negativity occasionally. You know, some of us could possibly do it every day. But you may not be what do I want to say? You know, you slip into negativity occasionally. But you can undo the negative effects of negative thinking by recognizing them and stating that I now cancel that thought and replace it with, you know, a positive affirmation of your true divine desires. You know, even if you have to write it down and as soon as you wake up every morning, you know, pick it up the whole week and manifest. You know, I just feel like for you that it's a week of decisions. You know, it started out with, you know, I really wasn't feeling decisions for you guys, but now I am. But you know, definitely if this reading doesn't resonate with you, look at your moon and your rising sign. And Scorpio's is up, but Cancer's is not. So I mean, if you have Scorpio in your moon or rising sign, even your Venus sign, definitely look at that. Cafe, CAFE, astrology.com. Very simple and easy. You could get that information. But I just feel like this week, it's a week of watching your thoughts. Staying positive. Staying grounded. And for some of you, you know, letting your friends help you. I feel like this person could definitely be trying to make a decision. You know, between 3 people, and I'm gonna show you why. You know, because you know, they're both, the Omega card and the Emperor card are both looking at the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Summer in this deck. Okay? Which is the same person. Okay? Same person. And a decision is definitely going to be made. For sure. There's definitely going to be a revelation this week that comes through that, and I'm going to say the middle of the week. The middle of the week, you know, and I'm saying the middle of the week because, you know, they're I think you guys are just trying to find some balance, first and foremost. You know, and how you're gonna, you know, approach the situation. Even, you know, so you're gonna, you know, definitely be watching your thoughts and see what your foundation card is. This is... Oh man, Spirit, thank you. Listen, I can't make this up. I just lay the cards out. And I'm going to tell you why I don't do it in front of you guys. Facebook, I absolutely do. I will, and I do. YouTube, I uploaded that girl's Facebook, the Facebook winner. Her reading was over an hour long. Over an hour, and it took 12 minutes. It uploaded that fast to the page. YouTube, an hour. takes a long time to upload to YouTube. It doesn't even matter what time of the day you do it. Or maybe it's because I do it from an iPad. I don't know. It kills me. I just bought the iPad Pro. Not just. I bought it before retrograde. The iPad Pro. The brand new one. And I can't even, like, make changes to my YouTube channel. Just 258 gigabyte. I mean, it is a nice one. No, but I paid like $1,200 for this, and now I want to buy a PC. I'm going to after retrograde. Okay, I don't know why I'm babbling. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I think maybe. Balance. So you need balance first in the beginning of the week. The whole week, and balance is simply, you know, first let's start off by saying that, you know, there's nothing that happens by accident. The circumstances in which you find yourself are those that you create. You know, you're definitely, some of you could just be lacking emotion, not letting people in, abandoning those that are trying to help you, you know, like your friends. You know, the week's focus, you know, you must create before the opportunity disappears. So, you know, there's a sense of urgency to this card, yet a sense of urgency to make a choice, find the balance, and move forward, but yet you could think that the life that you could have is better than the life that you have right now. Does that make sense? You think the life you could have is better than the life that you have now. And maybe it is. But you just, I don't mean to say better, but really, I strongly feel that whatever decision you make is going to be victorious. As long as you, stop being so closed off, blocked in, And I almost feel like this card too is like the Justice card where there's balance. There's... Well, the card is balance, but I mean, you're weighing your options too. You're weighing your options. Which one do I choose? I mean, listen, I'm not here to judge. It's fine. If anybody would like a private reading with me, my information is in the About section, highlighted in blue. I'm just saying, I mean, this could be difficult, and shit, I mean, sorry, Spirit, just, what can I say? Just be ready to step into the limelight. Just be ready to put it all out there. Tell the truth. But watch your thoughts. And take the action. It is going to end up victorious. You know, even with this. And no cards tell me that anybody knows. It's amazing. Like, there's like nothing in your way. I'm just curious. Your wish is granted. How beautiful. Get some rest. You're tired. I guess so. If you're trying to deal with 3 people. I mean, that could be tiresome. I haven't done this for any other sign. The Chariot. Okay, so you could possibly be taking a vacation, getting away, taking a trip. That's from the fairies. The 7 of Water. A complete decision. Complex decision. The need to do research and stop procrastinating. There's such a glare in here. Yeah, I feel like some of you are definitely procrastinating. But maybe being defensive for sure. And the wish card. I don't know why I felt the need to do that, but like I haven't like gabbed enough. I get in those kind of moods sometimes. It just seemed like it needed a little bit of like oomph to the reading, and just feel that, you know, as soon as you find the balance and the harmony and make the decision, which I do think you will do this week, it is going to be a hell of a lot more peaceful. Like, to be able to deal with 3 people, I can't even imagine. I mean, no judging here. I mean, honestly. I mean, Pisces. It's probably for, like, I don't know how many of you. I mean, I have 15 people that I'm reading for totally. How many could it really be for? 1? Maybe 2. But it's definitely there. It's definitely there, and I'm feeling it anyway. But it's all good. I mean, it happens. It happens. Definitely happens. But it'll be fine. Okay, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Like, for real. As far as a weekly advice, oracle card message from the angels, that really hasn't surfaced. But I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it that way. And that's how I have to go with the reading. But it's all good. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. You know, towards the beginning, end of the week. Gosh, definitely by Monday. For sure. Alright, everyone. Pisces, thank you so much for taking the time to view the video. It looks like it should be a productive week. I'd love to hear from, you know, the person that's going through this triangle, which is crazy. I mean, those of you that don't comment, I mean, good luck with that, really. That's kind of like, really for suck. But you've got power, and there's victory, and for those of you that are worried that you're not going to be the chosen one, It wasn't meant to be anyway. We'll find out in the monthlies. I gotta remember this reading, believe me. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a fantastic week, a blessed day, and I'll see you back here with the morning oracle cards. Bye-bye.